Hello, welcome to Norman's Story Time with Matilda the dog, adding her 2 cents. Yeah? Okay. Some of us feel like we have a lot to say. I got a lot to say. And you have to listen because I haven't talked very much. So, hey. It's a psychedelic world. And a dog sees everything in blue and yellow. Is that true? How can that be true? Yeah. Okay. Last word, freak. Okay, Matilda. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Really. Hello. Welcome to Norman's Story Time. And I guess Matilda's too. Because everyone's got to have a voice. Especially when you feel a little bit alone. Anyway, Norman's Story Time. And this story is The Barefoot Butler. And this is the first attempt to tell some Barefoot Butler things. Now, everything I say is completely true, except for the stuff that's my opinion and didn't happen that way, and a few stretched or fictionalized things so that I can call this fiction. If I want to. The Barefoot Butler. The Barefoot Butler starts many, many years ago, decades ago, in 1980, or really 1979. When the phone works. Alrighty, we're back after a bit of a break. And the dog's back! Matilda's back! Yes! And she has something to say too, don't you know? Okay. Barefoot Butler, everything's true except for what isn't. Begins in 1979 when I left university to help my folks move to Houston. Houston was a boomtown. It was the unbelievable only chance of jobs, really, for especially someone who had not graduated from college. You done, Matilda? Okay. I was very much in need at the time of some sort of stabilization. The women I was meeting were less than what I would expect to marry or even to spend time with. And I suppose being a college dropout, 23 years old, or maybe 22, and living with my parents, it did not make me a great prospect. Especially in Houston, where you needed to have a car. That was kind of the first thing you needed, because Houston was so spread out. It is so spread out, but it was spread out without very much public services like buses or trains. And boy, oh boy, cabs cost enormous amounts of money because of the great distances. Anyway, the Barefoot Butler came into existence because of my own ego and my need to not be a gigolo. Though one of the last things my wife ever said to me before she died was, "My gosh, you're an ugly old man." At the time, I didn't think of myself as completely unacceptable for human relationships. It's several decades later now. Ha ha ha. Oh. Anyway, someone at some point from Hollywood did try to get in touch to make sure that the Barefoot Butler was available for some series they were about to do. I'm pretty glad that it never came about, because I have been working on the book, The Barefoot Butler, which is one of the trilogies, the three great loves of my life. As a part of a rite of passage, a trilogy I began a long, long time ago. I think I'll just leave it there for the moment and see if this semi-psychedelic, polarized storytelling is at all effective. Thank you for spending some time, and come back, subscribe, and let me know through comments if I'm leaving out parts of the story that I've hinted at or you want to hear. And we will go through a tale of relatively unbelievable events, which include firebombing our farmhouse and corruption and artistic expansion and mind expansion and growth from an old-fashioned 60s, 70s raised boy to the man, to the broken man I am now. See you next one. This is part 1 of the Barefoot Butler. And we are on Norman's story time.